What's good, YouTube? Casey the Choir Warrior here. Today we got another NOFAP topic. Now, today's topic we're going to talk about why you shouldn't have social media while you're on your NOFAP journey, your semen retention journey, or, whichever the one you may be on. Now, I ain't even got to say too much, If you on this journey, you should already really know the main reason, so I'm going to just sit back and let you think about that for a minute. Saying no, I'm just playing. But with all the jokes aside, I feel like most people know about this, and some may not, especially if you're new to this journey, or just hearing about it or learning about it, and may not actually put forth the effort or put forth the action yet. But like I said, whether you know it or not, either most people know it or people don't, but even if you know it or not, I'ma still come on here to explain it and talk about it. So, reason number one is the female thirst traps. The female thirst traps. Now, this should really just be it right here. This is really it right here. It's not too much that that goes in depth about why you shouldn't have social media, because that reason right there is really the main factor to why you shouldn't have social media on your NoFap or semen retention journey, is because of these thirst traps that are on social media. And the most prevalent ones is on Instagram. That's really the killer one right there, because Instagram has a lot more freedom for what these IG models or social media influencers get to post. And that's really the main one. But either way it goes, on any social media platform, it's women present, models and social media influencers and stuff like that, stuff that they may post. And you should already know the reason why, because when you seeing these type of photos come across your timeline on your homepage or whatever that may be, if you follow them, if you go and search them up, whatever it may be on there, when you see these photos coming across you constantly, repetitively, you're gonna have urges. You're gonna have urges, and it's just gonna be hard to overcome that and deal with that, because it's so prevalent on social media, and it gets thrown out there, and it's reoccurring all the time on any social media platform. It doesn't matter which it is, but most people know that this mostly comes from Instagram and Snapchat too also. And that's, like I said, that's really the main sources, because of the thirst traps. And you're gonna have urges, because you're gonna be susceptible to look at that and keep going, and end up edging or relapsing, because of what's being shown to you, what's being constantly pushed out and put in your face to you on any of these social media platforms, whatever it may be. And like I said, it's not really too much that goes into this topic. It's pretty much straightforward, clear and simple, and straight to the point. But there are other reasons too, and I'm about to get into that now. Reason number two, and I said this in other videos also, is when you delete social media, you create more discipline within yourself. Now, already with you, being on your NOFAP or semen retention journey or whatever the case may be, just by you, already holding in your life force, you're gonna be, more sharper, mentally and and discipline wise. In that way, you're gonna be more sharper mentally already just by being on NoFap. But when you delete social media, you take that and you times it by two like a Zenkai boost, because when you're not on social media, you're not worried about, you know, whatever somebody else may be, have going on, or how they may be living their life or something like that. Um, because when you have these things being shown to you, or when you think about these things, you know what I mean, you're susceptible to feel some type of way about it, and degrade yourself as a being, and all that stuff. And with that being said, when you don't have this, in front of your face, and it's not prevalent, you have no distractions in front of you, which, equals you being more disciplined and more focused overall. And, being able to get done what you need to do, and, not fall behind or fall back on, whatever the goal you may have set out on your NoFap or semen retention journey. And you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the tip number 2. Tip number 3, and this goes along with tip number 2, is you become more energetic and willing to get up and be productive. Now, like I said, just with you being on NoFap, you're already gonna have this, because you holding in your life force. And when you're on NoFap, this energetic or productive, energy really comes from, when you're not being complacent and actually expending that energy into different things that, keep you productive, or on your feet and things like that. And, like I said, this ties along with tip number 2, because when you're not on social media, you're less likely to be lazy, because you're not being drawn into things that may interest you, or the pop-up ads that may come up, when you think about something, and you end up scrolling for hours upon hours and not realizing, how long you've been on social media, and whatever the case may be. But just overall, when you get rid of social media, you're less susceptible of being lazy, and you're more susceptible of being productive and getting your goals done and getting what you need to get done during the day. And you know getting done the goal that you set out for yourself on your NoFap or semen retention journey, like I said, whatever it may be. But that's really what I wanted to get on here and talk about. Like I said, it's nothing too complex or complicated about this topic. You just gotta have the discipline. You just gotta have the discipline, and you gotta have the willpower to notice, to in order to not be so susceptible to giving out giving up, or tapping out so early or so soon, on whatever amount of days or the goal that you set for yourself. And like I said, man, it creates more discipline. You're not distracted, and you're less susceptible to being lazy. And all that put together, with NoFap, just multiplies it by 2, and you really be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, and go even higher on what you want to do. So like I said, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep in look for more videos.